water test results yet? What's your rank?
I'm a E2.
Brand new, right? What about you? Oh.
But if we smell any fumes or anything come out the water,
yeah,
that's one of the red flags.
But we come through to flush the water system, but they have another set of people who come through and test random houses in the neighborhood. And
yeah.
They put the test results together to see if the water is
he just pulled up right now.
Oh, good. I'd love that. I mean, you've got juniors out here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're telling them to flush the water because that's the orders that you've been given. And do you know if the water that you're telling them to handle is contaminated or not? You don't have to answer that. It's rhetorical. Just something to think about. Have you been given water test results for the water that you're handling? No. No one's told you. No one in your chain of command has told you if the water that you're handling is contaminated or not. Okay.
We're here to flush out the reservoirs of all the contaminated water so that can be refilled with non-contaminated water. That's why we're here.
Perfect. But the water that you're flushing, do you know that if it's contaminated or not?
We're tracking that as contaminated.
Hi, sir. You're on a recording. Are you comfortable with that? Okay. Yes.
So we're here. I understand you have some concerns with flushing.
We can come over here. Residents who have called the EOC this morning have been given those test results, which is y'all's policy and the protocol that you put out. Then how can you expect anyone to feel comfortable with you coming in saying you're flushing our system with potentially contaminated water, like what my family's been through? So I'm not taking anyone's word for it. You, not anyone else, sir, at this point.
Okay.
And I don't say that to be disrespectful, but I've shared all this with Admiral Cott, and he's given me guidance to ask you to move on from my home.
Okay, that's not a problem. So what you're asking for the specific results from the system flushing?
Yes, sir. I'm tracking that. This wouldn't be an issue. Like, you're asking people to take someone's word for it, but at AMR with all of my Army compadres, test results came back still contaminated after a community flush. That's a concern, right? And you didn't do home flushing then, right?
No, they did not.
So we haven't been given test results. So why are we expected to participate in home flushing at this point?
So at this point, the results are back.
Mm-hmm.
Do
you have them?
I do not have
Have you seen them?
copy. So what I've been told is
have any of you all seen the test results?
Nobody here has physically seen
anyone
the
that's
results.
coming into my house?
No, they have not.
So we are asking sailors, soldiers, whoever is on this team to come in the house and to flush water that they don't even know is being contaminated. Inhale that water, touch that water. You're putting our service members, not you, sir, I'm speaking in general. Our teams, our military service members at risk, and you, not any of you, not the team, the two-man teams that you've got up and down the street and in every other neighborhood that I've been contacted, from the landing to Kamloops to Battleship Cove this morning, and to my neighbors have contacted me with concerns of people who have bullied their way in because they said they've been given 48 hours notice, and spouses who don't know their rights are just saying okay because their spouses are at work. We were told that we were going to get a window of opportunity, sir, a window of time. I'm telling you that I did not know that anyone was going to be knocking on my door. The first time I got called from our resident service office was at like 9 o'clock this morning, and I was in Waikiki and my kids were in bed. So I don't have childcare for them.
No, I understand.
This is creating, I mean, we're already in a crisis, stressful situation, sir.
I understand completely.
This is creating more chaos when now you've got two-man teams in showing up at people's doors when they didn't even give a window of time when they'd be here. And you're subjecting, you in general are subjecting these two people over here, these junior grades who are just doing what they're told, those people, all of those people are being subjected to water that they have no knowledge of, sir, if it's contaminated or not. Why are we putting you, even you, sir, why are we putting those junior grades over there at risk? I mean, how can we ask anyone to do that? And this is coming from a mom who's had kids in the hospital, who's been in a hotel since the 13th of December. How does the Navy justify in putting anyone, residents or your own green suiters, at risk if you don't have test results? How do you justify that? You want me to take your word for it? You want all these people just to shut up and color like we've been asked to do in this institution for 16 years that I've been in? Come on. I know that you're probably a dad, or at least know someone that is. We're talking about people's kids, sir. That is not how we treat people. We say all the time in the military that people are our greatest asset. And this with my kid, this is how we treat. I'm telling you, I don't feel like a fucking asset. And I can guarantee you that every stay-at-home parent here doesn't feel like an asset for what they've been subjected to this morning.
I completely understand your concern.
I understand that you're the person that's come over here to talk to me. I'm just saying in general. And when I say me, it's not just Mandy Fine. This isn't the Fine show. This is the person who's taken a stand to do what's right for our civilian spouses and our children, regardless of my rank or the rank on your chest.
I understand.
I hope I've made that clear. This needs to be shut down until you give parents, residents peace of mind, or if you've broken protocol, then say it and say the guidance has changed and now this is what we're doing.
I understand.
This is wrong. And you know what? We have an opportunity to get it right. All this would have taken is on your social media updates that you do every day at 12 p.m. is to say, hey, protocol has changed. DOH is no longer allowing us to give out test results because maybe it's creating because of what happened at AMR. I don't know the reason and I don't care. But if that guidance has changed, then put it out, sir, and then we can move on. But you can't just keep changing things in the game and expecting people who homeschool their kids, this woman, and anyone else, just to and my kids who don't even have babies are acting running amok right now because they're in the middle of this chaos. If I would have known that you were going to be here at 8 o'clock and I had been privy to test results like I was told I was going to get, and not just me, I'm speaking in general, I could have had childcare for them. I could have been here. I could have been wearing a mask right now when you came over. I could have been prepared, just like any other resident could have been. But the fact that we all are now being told, well, you've been given 48 hours notice, we're coming in your house, or the fact that you're subjecting any of your green suitors right here to potentially contaminated water, it's wrong in every sense of the word. And that's all I have to say.
Sure.
So please don't send anyone else to my house to come in.
No problem. No problem at all.
This is called flushing. You've got kids, babies, toys everywhere, and you've got potentially contaminated water being drained from a home. Again, water is just coming out of our homes. We have not been given test results at all, and it's just pouring into the soil right now. The water has not been tested. We don't know what the results are, and this is happening at your home. Yes, sir. We don't have test results, and so this is what's happening in our yards right now. And now it's being shut off because I'm recording it. Is
Chlorinated jet fuel.
Is it like soap coming out?
Smell it.
Soap. It does smell like. Look at all the residue.